where the past whispers secrets, one individual dared to embark on a journey that would change the course of history. We unravel the mystifying tapestry of ancestry now uncovered by Henry Louis Gates Jr. Join me today as we see how Gates shares the heart of humanity, exploring the untold stories and hidden connections that bind us all together. Get ready to unlock the mysteries of the past and discover the power of identity as we follow Gates' journey to finding your roots. Welcome to That's Life, I Swear. This podcast is about life's happenings in this world that conjure up such words as intriguing, frightening, life-changing, inspiring, and more. I'm Rick Barron, your host. That said, here's the rest of this story. Before I jump into Henry Louis Gates Jr. behind his ancestry detective talents, allow me to provide a little context about this very special individual. He's the Alphonse Fletcher University professor and director of the Hutchins Center for African and African American Research at Harvard University. A true Renaissance man, Professor Gates wears many hats. A highly praised filmmaker, a dignified scholar, astute journalist, incisive culture critic, and visionary institutional builder. Henry has won many awards and is a Peabody Award-winning filmmaker. He was the executive producer for the Black Church PBS and Frederick Douglass in 5 speeches, each receiving Emmy nominations. Now, this is only a small portion of Henry's accomplishments. Now, another period in his life that you might be aware of, which was unpleasant for Henry, was when he was returning home from a trip. After completing a trip from China, Henry Louis Gates Jr. returned to his home in Cambridge, Massachusetts, near the iconic Harvard Square, on July 16, 2009. Little did he know that his homecoming would ignite a firestorm of controversy that would reverberate throughout the nation. As Gates attempted to enter his own residence, he discovered his front door was jammed shut. With the help of his taxi driver, they worked together to jimmy the door open. A passerby observing Gates and the taxi driver made a call to 911, describing an individual attempting to force entry into the home. It didn't take long for Cambridge police officers to arrive. What was thought as routine resulted in a misunderstanding, which escalated into a confrontation, ending with Gates being arrested and charged for disorderly conduct. This incident sent shockwaves to the academic and law enforcement communities alike, not to mention a heated debate about race relations and law enforcement practices. The incident caught the attention of none other than President Barack Obama, whose controversial remark that the Cambridge police acted stupidly in arresting Gates threw the incident into the national spotlight. The president turned this remarkable moment into one of reconciliation. In a gesture of unity and understanding, Obama and then Vice President Joe Biden extended an invitation to Gates and the Cambridge officer involved to join him for a symbolic gathering, a simple beer at the White House. All right, enough of the background. Let's get back to the main topic of this episode, and let me share with you the profound curiosity and ancestral intrigue of this individual. It's a story that begins with Henry Louis Gates Jr., the acclaimed Harvard professor, whose quest for understanding one's past has captivated audiences around the globe. For Gates, the journey into his own heritage began long ago, a journey marked by the persistent whispers of ancestry that echo through the corridors of his mind. From the halls of academia to the vibrant landscape of PBS, Gates' insatiable curiosity has been the driving force behind his acclaimed docuseries, Finding Your Roots. He shared that the inspiration for Finding Your Roots lies at the intersection of personal curiosity and professional passion. It is a journey that has spanned 10 remarkable seasons, welcoming guests from all walks of life and uncovering the hidden stories encoded within their own DNA. From Hollywood luminaries like Jeff Daniels and Scarlett Johansson to cultural icons like LL Cool J and Shirley Ann Jackson, each episode of Finding Your Roots is a revelation, a window into the tangled web of human connection and shared history. Gates reflects that for him, the impact of Finding Your Roots is an exploration of our own heritage, which lays the key to understanding not only who we are, but also where we come from, a truth that transcends time and space. As Finding Your Roots embarks on its landmark 10th season, we are reminded of the power of storytelling to bridge the gap between past and present, connecting us all in a shared journey of self-discovery and understanding. Henry Louis Gates Jr. traces the path of his journey back to a time where curiosity bloomed like a delicate flower in the garden of his youth. It was 1960, and Gates, only 9 years old at the time, with eyes wide open, embarked on a quest to unveil the mysteries of his family's lineage, a quest that would shape the path of his life in ways he never could have imagined. As Gates reminisces on those early moments of discovery, he takes us back to a pivotal day, a day washed with the melancholy tone of grief and the spark of revelation. It was a day following his grandfather's funeral, an occasion that left Gates struggling with questions that seemed to stretch beyond the boundaries of his young mind. With the weight of his grandfather's legacy heavy upon him, Gates found himself drawn to the dusty pages of his grandfather's worn scrapbook, a treasure trove of memories and secrets waiting to be unearthed. And there, nestled among the faded photographs and yellow clippings, Gates stumbled upon a clue that would set his journey ablaze, the 1888 obituary of his great-great-grandmother. Described as a distinguished colored woman and a midwife liberated from the shackles of slavery in 1864, his great-great-grandmother's story resonated with him in a way that is both profound and deeply personal. In her legacy, he found the echoes of his own identity, the threads of his own narrative woven into the fabric of history. Armed with nothing more than a notebook and a fierce determination, Gates embarked on a series of probing interviews with his parents, each question a breadcrumb leading him ever closer to the truth. And as he struggled with the differences of his own physical features against the backdrop of his family's storied past, Gates felt the stirrings of a lifelong pursuit, a pursuit fueled by a hunger for truth and a thirst for understanding. In that pivotal moment of inquiry, Gates laid the foundation for a journey that would span decades, a journey marked by profound revelations and unexpected twists of fate. And as he reflects on the legacy of his quest, Gates is reminded of the power of curiosity to ignite the flames of discovery, inspiring others to delve into the rich tapestry of their own family histories. In the many years of television history, there have been some great moments, one of which happened in 1977 that marked the dawn of a cultural phenomenon, the groundbreaking miniseries Roots, whose seismic impact reverberated far beyond the small screen. For Henry Louis Gates Jr., the echoes of this epic tale stirred something deep within his soul, a fervent desire to trace the roots of his own ancestral tree, a yearning that would persist like a flame flickering in the darkness. Fast forward to 1994, and Gates finds himself on the shores of East Africa, accompanied by his daughter, Liza and Maggie, a poignant journey immortalized in the pages of his own personal odyssey. Each step along the 3,000-mile path is a testament to Gates' unwavering commitment to unraveling the mysteries of his heritage, a journey fueled by equal parts determination and devotion. But it wasn't until the year 2000 that Gates' quest took an unexpected turn, a chance encounter with renowned Black geneticist Rick Kettles. It was his meeting with Kettles that he learned the revelation that DNA held the key to unlocking ancestral secrets spanning centuries. Hearing this information, Gates found himself propelled into a state of exhilaration, his imagination ignited with the possibilities that lay before him. The brother was doing somersaults in his head. Years passed, and yet the ember of Gates' passion burned even brighter, fueled by a secret dream that simmered just beneath the surface. And then, in a moment of profound epiphany, that dream burst forth into reality, a television series dedicated to unraveling the intricate tapestry of Black American roots. Tears streaming down his face, Gates was overwhelmed with emotion as he realized the transformative power of his vision and what it could bring. And so, with passion as his compass and purpose as his guide, Gates embarked on a journey of discovery, a discovery that would not only illuminate the untold stories and enduring legacies of generations past, but would also inspire a new generation to embrace their own ancestral heritage with pride and reverence. In the vibrant tapestry of television history, 2006 marked a watershed moment with the debut of the groundbreaking series African American Lives. With an all-star cast including luminaries like Oprah Winfrey, Maya Angelou, Morgan Freeman, and Chris Tucker, this trailblazing show paved the way for a new era of genealogical exploration. Fast forward to 2012, and the stage is set for the premiere of Finding Your Roots, a transformative journey through the corridors of time. Over the course of its illustrious 10 seasons, the show has evolved into a cultural touchstone, captivating audiences with its fascinating blend of history, mystery, and revelation. Each episode of Finding Your Roots is a riveting saga, weaving together the ancestral tapestries of celebrity guests with spellbinding finesse. From heartwarming discoveries that reaffirm the bounds of kinship to unexpected revelations that challenge preconceived notions, the show offers a window into the shared human experience. Among some of the show's memorable moments was Andy Samberg's poignant rediscovery of his grandmother's identity in Season 5, and how it stood out as a testament to the power of family connection. Similarly, Gates' revelation to actor Billy Crudup of his lineage as far back as the American Revolution serves as a reminder of the rich tapestry of human history waiting to be unveiled. My favorite episode was when actor John Lithgow discovered that he had descendants that came over on the Mayflower to America. However, the big event of that discussion was when Henry shared the revelation that he and John were DNA cousins. Henry told John he is 50% European and that he descends from a white woman on his mother's side who is English. Yet, as with any journey of discovery, not all information comes easy to hear. The revelation of Ben Affleck's ancestral ties to slave-owning ancestors sparked controversy and raised difficult questions about the complexities of lineage. Affleck's decision to omit these details from the episode, later regretted and publicly apologized, serves as a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between truth and reconciliation. In the words of Gates himself, when you spit into that test tube, you never know what's going to pop out. Indeed, each DNA sample holds the potential to unlock a Pandora's box of ancestral secrets, revealing a mosaic of humanity that is as complex as it is captivating. The surge in popularity of Finding Your Roots has reached such heights that host Henry Louis Gates Jr. finds himself stopped at airports by eager fans seeking selfies and clamoring for the chance to have their own genealogies explored. Now, in response to this overwhelming demand, the upcoming season will feature 3 non-famous guests, highlighting the universal appeal of uncovering ancestral narratives. Reflecting on the profound impact of these lesser-known stories, Gates emphasizes that the journeys of everyday individuals are just as compelling, emotional, and thought-provoking as those of celebrities. In April of 2024, Gates anticipates a monumentous family reunion in Cumberland, Maryland, where he will join forces with Finding Your Roots genetic genealogist Cece Moore to unveil the long-held mystery surrounding his white great-great-grandfather. With anticipation building, Gates eagerly anticipates the revelation, poised to confront the ghosts of the past and declare victory in the quest for family truth. As he prepares to stand at his great-great-grandmother's grave, Gates jokes, "Grandma, you could run, but you can't hide." A poignant reminder of the resilience of family ties and the enduring power of uncovering one's roots. So what can we learn from this story? What's the takeaway? A virtuoso of both the written word and cinematic canvas, Gates continues to shape our understanding of history and culture. In the words of Gates himself, when you spit into that test tube, you never know what's going to pop out. Well, there you go, my friends. That's life, I swear. For further information regarding the material covered in this episode, I invite you to visit my website, which you can find on Apple Podcasts for show notes, calling out key pieces of content mentioned and the episode transcript. As always, I thank you for the privilege of you listening and your interest. Be sure to subscribe here or wherever you get your podcasts so you don't miss an episode. See you soon.